Every 7 or 8 years in the industry standard comes a time where there's a new console. And this shit's about to get good. So we now know the specs for the PS5 and also the new Xbox Series X. And it seems to come down to say that the Xbox Series X is going to be somewhat stronger in graphical capabilities, coming in with at 12 teraflops. But the thing is, the PS5 is sitting at a whopping 10 something teraflops. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but I do need to get those. But the SSD on the PS5 is the most interesting aspect of the PS5's design. A lot of people keep talking about the PS5's SSD with the 825 gigabytes of data storage, but the thing about that, it's not the data storage is weird, it's the fact that they're targeting 5 gigabytes per second. Now, if you just literally just sit there and think about 5 gigabytes per second, some people can't even download 5 gigabytes in a second. Matter of fact, I don't even think anything can download 5 gigabytes in a second. So scratch that stupid analogy. But the point is, to load data within 5 gigabytes per second is insanely huge. We're talking instant loading screens, milliseconds. We're talking instant resume feature, which is also a feature that the Xbox Series X has. But it does not have 5 gigabytes loading capability of data. And the thing is, that's why everybody's going crazy with this SSD with the PS5 has. But the point that I'm trying to make is it's not really the capabilities of what each system has. Sure, the Xbox Series X is stronger. Sure, the PS5 has a faster SSD. But what about the games? And that's what's going to come down to games, because there is a third comer in this next generation, and it's been out for a couple of years, but the Nintendo Switch. Now, it's not the hottest in craziness in the hardware specs, but for what this little console can do is extraordinary. It's a take home out the dock handheld and also a plugged in the dock home console hybrid mischief. It has complete mischief, and it took the world by storm with insane games. We're talking Mario Odyssey. We're talking Zelda Breath of the Wild. The new Animal Crossing. I can't put it down. It's such a casual game, and I just cannot stop playing that game. And of course, there's mindless others. I can go down the list, and there's others in development. There's Splatoon 2. There's just tons of games. There's even the Tokyo Midrits that was remastered for the Wii U's on there. You've got the Pokemon remastered game, a couple of remasters, but you got ARMS, which takes away the normal capabilities of playing with a controller. Not only does it doesn't take it away, but it adds an extra way to play with the motion controls that they brought from the Wii. I'm kind of mumbling around here as I'm trying to explain the situations, but the point I'm making is Nintendo Switch is in the next generation console, and it is a worthy opponent. The games and the sales are there to show that it's there, and there's no other games to get Nintendo games than on Nintendo. So let's just move out the way with it becoming Nintendo, and let's focus on the main competitors at hand. Not because Nintendo is not worthy to be included in next gen, it's because they are next gen by definition. They take away the gameplay and then they change it, and then they sell extraordinary games that you can't get anywhere else except on that system. So everybody should be owning any Nintendo devices, because if you're a gamer, you're only going to play those games on that system. But let's get back into the Xbox Series X versus the PS5. And the PS5 and the Xbox Series X are going to have their own set. But this is where it differs, because it's all about the games. Some people say, oh, it's not about the games, it's about the hardware capabilities. Oh, it's not about the games, it's the SSD. Oh, it's the teraflops. Oh, they're fighting and they're going back and forth about teraflops, SSDs. But we're talking about games here. And the games here is what matters. Now, PlayStation won the generation, even though the Xbox had the Xbox One X, and that was the most powerful console, and it still is the most powerful console right now until these new consoles drop. And crickets, because the Xbox Series X, I mean not the Series X, sorry, the Xbox One X hasn't sold a lot of units, and there's no games to back it up. Yeah, sure, you got Gears of War 5, and then you've got Sunshine over something. Can't remember the name of the game because it's not that important. Crackdown, sure. I don't even think that game came out yet. They're still trying to get that game out. What else do they have? Yeah, there's not much. State of Decay, maybe. I don't know. But the PS5 has countless classics. We're talking Spider-Man, Gears of War, Gran Turismo. Oh, the Xbox does have Forza, by the way. I had to include that because I said Gran Turismo. But the one biggest thing that the PS5 has is all these exclusives. There's Days Gone. There's Horizon Zero Dawn. Sure, the first one's coming to PC now, but there was still Horizon Zero Dawn that you could only play on the PlayStation. And it looks like if they make a sequel, it's only going to be played on PlayStation. The Last of Us 2 is coming out. There's countless games. Ghost of I don't even know how to say the last part of the name, so don't butcher me. So, Ghost. That game's coming out. There's tons of games coming out for the PlayStation, and the PlayStation has an extraordinary lineup of exclusionary games, and they constantly will, and the Xbox doesn't have anything to compare. Sure, they got the next Halo Infinity, but then what? What's after Halo? What do you got, Microsoft? Sure, you bought all these studios, but are you going to put them to work? Are they going to do anything? Is there going to be any exclusives? And the answer is no. Because Phil Spencer came out and already said that anything the Xbox has and will be played on PC, so there is no exclusives. You just get a hardcore PC and you could still play Xbox games, where PlayStation said that's not the case. PS5 is going to have their own set of exclusive games. But I'm still going to cover both systems, and I'm still going to cover the both game news and game reviews and all that good stuff. But the point is, it seems like PS5 is the way to go. And another thing that gives PS5 the advantage, sure, it doesn't have the teraflops, but it has that massive SSD. But it's not even the SSD, they also have VR. And before you throw around the, oh, VR is not even popular anymore, it's not dead anymore, go look at Half-Life Alyx. That game just came out and the reviews are off the charts, and everybody's saying that game is the VR king of games right now. And then before that game, PSVR took off. It put VR on the map. And I've personally played PSVR, and I love it. There's tons of games. And then I own an Oculus Quest, and Oculus Quest is an amazing thing. So for the people that don't like VR because they don't want to try it, or they're just anti-VR without trying it, I don't even want to hear you in my comment section. You got to try it before you can criticize it, because that's just the way it is. Don't criticize something. Don't knock it before you try it is what the motto is. But the point is, VR is still an extraordinary experience. I like to say extraordinary a lot, it seems like, but it's a really good experience, and you won't know it until you try it. And it's completely redefines a way to play a video game, and I love VR, and I'm looking forward to more VR experiences. That's why I have an Oculus Quest. That's why I have a PSVR. It's because I want to experience those virtual reality experiences. I don't want to go out and buy a supercomputer just to play some Rift games, just to play Half-Life Alyx. So I'm sorry. I mean, I see the reviews and the game's a masterpiece, it looks like, but I'm not going to do that. One, I don't have the room in my room to do that, and I don't have the financial resources to go out and buy all that stuff to do that, just to play that one game. I mean, if there was tons of other games and I had the room, maybe we could debate onto that. But right now there's a pandemic and nobody's going anywhere, so here I am recording this video at the time of process. When you watch it, who knows what's going to happen. So, as it stands right now, it seems like PS5 is something to keep your eyes on, not only because of the PSVR, not only because of the exclusives, not only because of the SSD, but because of all those things. It wraps them all in a universal blanket. You can get the PSVR too. And I think the regular PSVR is going to be compatible with it too. So, and you can use the PSVR until the 2 comes out. And then when the 2 comes out, you can upgrade or you don't have to upgrade. Who knows? We don't know how it's going to work yet. We need more information. But until then, the PS5 is the prize to eye. The eye of the prize is beholder, or whatever the hell it is. I just butchered that saying too. I'm bringing a lot of sayings here, and a lot of my mind's boggling around in the information zone because I'm searching for information in my mind, and my mind's trying to process. It's like a computer. But the point is, PS5 seems like the one to choose, only because it has a universal blanket of everything. Where the Xbox, you can have those experiences on PC, and at the end of the day, they just have Halo. That's all they've been saying is Halo Infinity, Halo Infinity, Halo Infinity. They have all these studios they bought, but they haven't showed me what else is left. And until they do, we're going to keep it locked here. And I ain't gonna say otherwise, but I ain't trying to be biased or anything in any band's fanboy swaying ways. I'm just stating facts. And you know what I'm saying? And it looked like PlayStation is in a good spot right now with the VR, with the exclusives, with the universal package, and man, whew, that SSD. Anyway, guys, this is Husky Puppy from NGI. Hope to hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date as we unveil more of these consoles and we go in depth with games and we know more information and how things process. And as for Nintendo, they the best. It's Nintendo all the way with me. Always got to get a Nintendo system. They got games you ain't getting anywhere else. You got to get the Nintendo. It's like a essential package. You get the Nintendo and then you get another system. It's either Xbox, PlayStation, or maybe you just get both. But as a multi-platform gamer, since games mainly come to Xbox and PlayStation, I don't feel like I need to get both, especially if you just use a computer, you could play the Xbox games. As for now, because Phil Spencer did confirm it, go look it up. Don't even just listen to me. Look it up. And it seems like PlayStation is the one to keep your eyes on, guys. And I'm just stating it real, stating it facts, but don't count Nintendo out. Anyway, guys, you can't spell IGN without NGI, and I'm Husky Puppy tuning out. Peace! We'll be right back.